Quang asked me this question, but this is a really good question, and I want you to make some notes on this one. What is the difference between good debt and bad debt? All right, good debt and bad debt. Here's what I would say to that. Good debt is when you're running a company, you have a line of credit, and you need that line of credit to fuel and grow your company, and you go in and out of that line of credit. Another good debt would be for capital improvements, all those things to grow your business. Bad debt is when you have a lot of personal debt that you have trouble paying off at exorbitant interest rates. I don't know what the maximum allowed interest rate is where you live, but let's just say you have 5 credit cards, and this is what I'm seeing in our society. People have 5 credit cards. They have them run up to the max. They're living beyond their means. They're paying 20%, 24% interest, and that is just bad debt. And the other thing is I want to talk to you about is, we live in a society where it's great to own a home, and a lot of people say the reason I want to own a home and I want to finance it is because I write the interest off. Well, that's great. How would it be if you didn't own a home? Our home is paid for, and my wife has her home paid for in her name. And if something happened to me, it's her home, right? And so it's just about good structure. It's about having debt on things that are good. And I don't think always that debt on a house, or especially a second house, is always good. And here's why. My friend Robert Kiyosaki says, you should create assets that produce income. A house is not an asset that produces income. We've been lulled to sleep in the way we finance homes, and let's just say you finance a house over 30 years, you probably pay for it 2 or 3 times. A house also, you have to keep it up. You have to pay to maintain it. You have to pay for property taxes. You have to pay for insurances. My philosophy has been to get my home paid for, have a home that's paid for, and then my wife and I can visit anywhere for a year if we wanted to, at the Taj Mahal, the penthouse, the greatest penthouse in the world, and we could stay in it. And at the end of that time, we could go somewhere else. We're not upkeeping it. We're not paying property taxes on it. We're simply paying rental, income to the property owner for the Taj Mahal, and we're happy with that. So good debt is having debt that fuels your company, fuels your growth, that kind of thing. Bad debt is having personal debt, and you're up to here with it, and you wonder, how in the world did I get here? And a lot of people are in that way. If you look at debt, and let's say you analyze your credit cards, and you could start paying one off, and you get that one paid off. Whatever you're paying on that one, start applying to the second one, and then this double declining, and then after you get that one paid off, pay the third one. Take those, what you were paying on the first card, what you were paying on the second card, and add it to what you were paying on the third card, and all of a sudden, you start paying things off pretty quickly. But I would encourage you to buy what it is you need, and if you use a credit card, pay it off at the end of the month. That would be my suggestion. Good debt versus bad debt. Good debt on a business. Poor debt is some of the debt we see personally.